Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Beck and today I will be drawing some characters from one of my favorite Dimension 20 series, Starstruck Odyssey. I totally know what I'm saying. Hi, hello, how are you? Okay, so diving right in, I am using Procreate and I've got the actors who play these characters as a posture reference. I'm still learning how to draw and I find it a lot easier to find poses that have people already doing the pose, and then I kind of sketch over them and then re-sketch it in a more cartoony style afterwards, which you'll see in a little bit. This is Emily Axford and Brian Murphy who play the characters that I'm drawing today, and they're a married couple, and the dynamic that they have in the show is just beautiful. They're always supporting each other and also just laughing hysterically at each other's jokes, which is great to see. And yeah, Emily Axford in particular is one of my favorites in terms of always choosing a really interesting character and then just pushing her so much further that she always becomes my favorite character in the show. So Sundry Sidney, she's an android, but she's a discontinued android, and she deals with a lot of what do I do now? What is my purpose? And sort of a robot learning how to have a sense of self-esteem, I guess you'd call it. It's really interesting. So in addition to the show being hilarious and entertaining to watch, you do get sort of deeper questions in terms of like the big questions. What's my purpose in life? And if I can't do that, then what do I do? I don't know. Can you tell that I really planned what I was going to talk about here? Yeah, so I have at this point done a preliminary sketch that was sort of tracing over Emily and Murph, and now I am drawing it in more of my style, so more of a cartoony style. I'm sort of I'm basing what they're wearing on the official artwork, but also kind of taking my own artistic liberties in a little bit of it as well. You probably noticed that the big Barry Syx isn't wearing all of his armor. I really wanted to emphasize his muscles because I don't usually draw men, and I've been practicing on like male anatomy, I suppose you'd say, but most men obviously don't have huge muscles like that, but someone like big Barry Syx certainly would. And yeah, I wanted him in a singlet so that I could emphasize his big guns. And then also I've just put the digit 6 on his singlet instead of it being 06 like in the official artwork, because there is kind of a reference, a joke where he meets Big Barry 9, and they have this sort of argument over who's Barry Syx and who's Barry 9, and it's all got to do with your perspective. And that doesn't really work if you take 06 and then flip it because it's 90 instead of 6. But anyway, so we've got a 6 on the singlet because he's big Barry Syx. Then I'm kind of adding in the line work, getting a nice solid line so I can get my nice cartoony style that I like, and that helps me when I'm putting in the block colors as well. I find that I don't like to be too textured with my colors. I like them to be quite flat. That might change, but for now I like them to look very much like a sort of a standard comic book, or I mean, comic books are often a lot more detailed than this, but like you'll see what I mean as I color in now. I like to do just a solid block and then go in with really clean shadow lines, and I'll just sort of leave it as that and keep it really simple. I did like doing, I usually do a lot of female forms, but I don't look at them from the perspective of like where are the joints and where is the bones. So really in a droid where you have the joints, you'd have like a circular motion, a little ball where the joints go. And so I had a lot of fun emphasizing those parts of Sundry Sidney. and then also just adding miscellaneous buttons and things on the gun. Don't really know what they all do. Some of them probably indicate when something's about to blow up. Very exciting stuff. And yeah, we've got her doing an aspirational kind of pose, kind of thinking about what her future could be like. And just zoomed in on her boobs there. And this is probably one of my favorite of the Dimension 20 series. I went in thinking I probably wouldn't like it because it's a sci-fi and it's very, very different to everything they'd done before. My ultimate favorite is Fantasy High. That was the first thing that I watched from them, and it's the first thing that they made, so that makes sense. And when they first started playing this, the mechanics seemed really confusing and crunchy to me. I'm not a fan of the crunchy gameplay when it comes to D&D, but once they sort of settled into the storyline, it very quickly became my favorite. They had some amazing concepts in there. And yeah, I highly recommend watching this series to anyone who loves Dungeons and Dragons or even just loves a good sci-fi story. It's got some strong sort of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy vibes. Very like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best and something might explode. It's definitely not the kind of sci-fi where everyone's miserable and the world or worlds or galaxies are just in post-apocalyptic chaos and everything's terrible. I'm not a fan of fantasy or sci-fi where no one has a sense of humor. It makes it not believable, because even in the worst times, people still tell each other jokes. People still try to make light of stuff. That's just what we're like. We like to laugh. So this is definitely, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of bad things going on, but it's always sort of coupled in with some really excellent humor. And that's the thing we love. We love to see it. So now we're just coloring in Barry and mucking around with colors and things. Yes, this is very much a test video for me. This will be the first one I upload, and I'm largely doing it to figure out how to make videos. And for the most part, I'm going to be trying to do more original characters, but we'll see how that goes. I'm planning to do sort of Dungeons and Dragons characters using dice rolls to decide what the character will be like and kind of tell a story about the character while I'm doing this voiceover. But right now, obviously, the characters, they already exist, they already have their lives, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers because maybe people who are watching this haven't seen it, and I really, really, really cannot recommend enough that you should see it. So this is the artwork that I did. I was very proud of myself for doing just such a solid reflection in Barry's glasses. And yeah, this is Starstruck. See you in the stars. Thank you for watching this video, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you get alerted when a new video comes out. And if you like this video, please hit the like so that I know that I'm not alone in the universe. Okay, bye.